I shouldn't be looking at the camera, though, right?
No, don't look.
That was a mistake. Let me do mine again.
1 second.
Rolling.
Around town with NBC, Philadelphia, they might be giants. They might be giants. They might be giants. Around town, NBC, Philadelphia, in your town.
How's it going?
That was awesome.
That was great.
Perfect.
You can't do that any better.
I will take question number 1.
All right, question number 1 is the name of your band came from 1971 George C. Scott film.
Yes.
What was the reason?
We chose the name They Might Be Giants because it was ponderously long. It was actually from a list of names that a friend of ours had put together for his act, which was a ventriloquist act. And we didn't really think about it too hard. It just seemed like unexpected. You know, it was at a time when rock bands had sort of cycled through like all the sort of original new wave band names like The Somethings, and basically at the exact same time that we named ourselves They Might Be Giants, we had become aware of bands like Duran Duran, and there were a lot of English bands and American bands that sort of fancied themselves to be sophisticated in an English-like way, doing the double name thing. And I don't know, band names are kind of jive, and you always feel kind of haunted by whatever your decision is. I'm sure the guys in the Rolling Stones were like, why do we call ourselves the Rolling Stones?
Well, I guess the advantage of the NBC Giants is it just doesn't really sound like any particular era of band name. It's just it's an oddball name.
Although it might sound really like totally big 80s now. I don't know. I don't know. We don't have much perspective on it.
Maybe with the fame and legacy of the band, They Might Be Giants, it's hard to get away from the, I don't know, probably not.
Has it ever haunted you? I mean, have
you
ever
you see
regretted
your
it?
name reiterated a million different ways in the headlines and stuff like that. Like, it'll just be like some weird play on it, or, Also, like every season as the New York Giants and the San Francisco Giants go into spring training, or whatever training those people do, there's always headlines that say They Might Be Giants.
Yeah. So. I think that the key sort of amnesty that you get as a band is that if you're around long enough, people don't even think about what the point of the name.
Right.
People don't remember how dumb the name The Beatles must have sounded when they first thought of it.
The Beatles is actually the ultimate example, because it is really not a good name for a band.
Right.
It's like
it's goofy.
It's really like a bad pun and kind of jive.
Yeah.
Any other bands?
And that's coming from the guys in They Might Be Giants.
Now, you guys obviously started out as the two Johns with sax, accordion, and guitar.
Yep.
What persuaded you to later bring on a drummer in a band?
Well, we had been on the road for like a long time. In 1990, we toured the world and did like literally hundreds of shows in like 1 year, and it was like this, it was just, we had done this duo show so much that it felt like we needed to kind of change it up, and the easiest way to change it up was just by bringing in other people. We were also playing in theaters. When we started, we were playing in clubs and working with a drum machine. It was very obvious what we were doing. Like there was no sort of man behind the curtain aspect to it. We were on stage with a tape recorder, and there was obviously a part of it that was programmed and pre-made. And then all of a sudden, when you're playing in theaters and the people in the back row literally can barely see you, there seemed like actually something about that presentation that suddenly seemed like maybe less authentic or less complete. It wasn't an intimate show anymore. So basically, our situation changed in a very real way, and we kind of were responding to that.
Now, you're one of the most prolific rock bands in history with more than 500 published songs. It's a fact.
500.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You're also
royalty check is going to be coming in handy.
Yeah.
You're also known for playing different sets.
Yes.
At each show. Do you ever have a tough time remembering all the lyrics? And do you have a Bob Dylan song lyric book?
We have absolutely run into the problem of not remembering words. The other thing is that not only do we have a lot of songs, but we often write songs with many lyrics, lots of verses, thick density of lyrics. So it creates this problem where we're not any better at remembering stuff than other bands who just repeat the same 4 words over and over again in their song. The tantalizing, the taunting thing that we run into is that the front row of the audience are people who have really committed every single song to memory very, very well, so that when we're in the process of forgetting the words to some song that everybody knows, we're sort of fumbling around watching everybody lip syncing perfectly to the song.
And then of course in unison they go, "Ah, you wrecked it!"
Yeah, or they blog about
Right.
it. They scold us over
Must
the internet.
have been stoned.
Yeah, they're just at this point they're probably not even disappointed. They're just like, yeah, they blew it again.
Yeah. I think we're moving into that
Can't
sort of
seem to remember.
grandpa zone with some of our fans.
Right,
It's like,
exactly.
I wish they could hold it together, but they're old.
But it's nice, we have, and this is a great advantage of having a live band, is that we also have gotten to the point with these guys where we can actually pull songs out. We did this the other night. We thought of a song we hadn't played in years and years, and we just played it once. Everybody remembered it. So we can add stuff into the set kind of willy-nilly.
And we'll be playing that song even better rehearsed in Philadelphia.
That's right, yeah.